it's me again. So I've got some more things to share with you. Hey Zumi, here we have some period cups. And I've been promoting these because if people knew what was in tampons, shoving them up inside them, soaking up all that toxins. Yes, they use cotton. Tom's is good because they use organic cotton. If you knew how cotton is farmed and how much they kill our waterways. There's been so many overseas investors, particularly from large Asian countries, that buy large portions of our properties, not properties, but land, near the Artesian Basin, and they are allowed to use that water how they wish. They rape the water to grow cotton. And if you know anything about growing, particularly, things like wheat and a lot of the grains, they yield so much more than they used to. So let's see if I can, actually, there we are, hi. So let's say wheat used to be this big and the head of wheat. Now it is this big, right? Because you don't yield as much per stick. If it's only little, if it's big, they get more wheat. They had to genetically modify wheat to make it bigger. If you've watched the What's with Wheat documentary, you'd understand about the leaky gut syndrome and why we've all got little tummies, the bear gut. It's about the health of your gut. Things like slippery elm bark, amazing for fixing your gut, and the rest of your flora. So I teach my kids that the first brain we have is really our gut. The gut-brain connection is huge with mental health. Years ago, because I can't have dairy either, I looked up the side effects of dairy intolerance. Depression, aggression, and rage are some of them. Really interesting what we feed ourselves into our brain, which is really our tummies. So, coming back to the period cups. It's a new one I bought, so don't worry, it's not dirty. It's so dirty. Periods are dirty. Stop talking about periods. How dare you tell your 8-year-old son that mummies bleed once a month if they don't get a baby in their belly? That's disgusting. Poor boy. That's projected from men in their 50s. Funny that, isn't it? Ugh, periods. Ugh. Do you know in places like Nepal that women are thrown to the streets sometimes because they're dirty? They get sent away from the village to bleed. Ugh. Well, is it what the women choose to do, or is what the men chose to do? So let's get Grace some period stuff. So here is your little Zumi cup. It is pretty neat. I haven't tried these cups before, so it's on special. So I purchased it from. It killed me. But I had no money, so I did what I did, and I'm in a different town, so we can put them on notice another day because someone's already been put on notice. Hey, Bill and Tume. So here I am again. So there it is. Now, some of the things on here, what have we got? Yep, so we got these, is about $37 and they last for up to 12 hours. Shows you how to put them in. Pleasure, they say. You know what they mean. Used for 5 years, planet friendly. We ain't throwing those tampons out into the bins that are all covered in blood and gross. Just tip it down into the toilet. Give it a rinse, shove it back in. As easy as that. Just boil her up each period and you're done. That's 5 years for $37. How much are those tampons costing each pop? Right. So, yeah, we leak sometimes, right? Doesn't always work. Get your Sundays. Yes, this is Bonds. It's not always my jam because, conglomerate shit, but it's designed for comfort, discreet, leak-proof confidence. Wicks away wetness, keeps you fresh and dry. Now, especially for women who might be living homeless or... Unfortunately, they don't offer toilets for people. They lock the toilets up at night so the homeless can't use them. So while you think that it stops them messing up your toilets, they're shitting in the jeans on you because they've got nowhere to go. What else are they meant to do when they're, got nowhere? Don't blame them. Blame society. Anya's name.